she doesn't play by our rules. But she's our best intelligence expert. There's a double agent operating in Berlin. If we don't find him before the wall falls, we could be facing World War III. Remember, trust no one.
Hi, welcome to Nights at the Arcade. We just saw Atomic Blonde.
Like, just saw it.
Saw it 4 days ago. If you want a film that is style over substance, this is your movie.
You're getting really handsy. Yeah, it's very stylized. A lot of in the way it's shot and the way the lighting is done, colours, all that.
But if you're going into this right expecting Jane Wick or a spin-off of John Wick, you're not gonna get that. Really, the trailers make it look like that, but honestly, this is a different thing.
It's its own entity.
It's almost like they're trying. It's a mix between a James Bond film, a Mission Impossible film, and some sort of neo-noir.
Yeah, Blade Runner.
Blade Runner, yeah, something like that. There's some good things to be found in this film, but I don't necessarily think they outweigh the negatives.
Alright, can we start off with the story?
Alright.
The story is fucking terrible. It's a good idea.
Wow.
It's a good idea. Okay?
It's a good idea. The start of it is a good idea. Right, so, not to spoil anything, not that I could spoil it for you, because I have no idea what was going on anyway.
They do a terrible job of explaining themselves. It's
far too convoluted for its own good. They had this idea. Okay, you've seen this plot a million times before in other different action films. You've got, oh no, there's a list that is in the hands of these Soviets that has a name. Yeah, it's got names of all these undercover spies in current operation around the globe. We've seen that before.
Someone's got it.
Someone's got it.
The Russians.
Yeah. But is it really the Russians, or is it someone working for a different government, undercover as a Russian?
Who's working for a different government, who's secretly working for a different government?
Yeah. So, you get to... They send in this woman.
Charlize
Theron. Now, props to her, because she is dynamite!
She is a dynamite!
Dynamite!
She's a dynamite girl.
She is. She's fantastic. I mean... She doesn't really act.
She's very bland in this, but I think that's supposed to be her character.
Yeah, just as John Wick, like you got his backstory and motivation, but he
pulled off that role really well. I thought, to be honest,
because you could excuse his sort of lack of energy and emotion because he actually was probably phically exhausted anyway from actually doing all the shit he does.
But there's a lot of walking around and smoking
in this film.
Basically,
there's a lot of undressing, smoking, walking.
Charlize Theron's character, Lorraine. She smokes 50 to 100 times in this film.
And they want you to believe that she can pull off the fights that she does.
Yeah.
With those kind of lungs.
Sorry, with those kind of lungs and those kind of heels.
Oh damn those heels. She pulls off the heels more than fucking Jessica Chastain did.
I was just thinking
Jurassic World.
Running away from the T-Rex.
Come on. I mean, if the T-Rex had heels on, I'd get it.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Equal fight.
Even playing field.
Yeah, but no. So the story here is quite convoluted. You've got, she meets up, she goes into Berlin, just before the events take place there in '89, and it's all building up to that. You think it's all building up to this. So the Berlin Wall side of things and the war that went on, this sort of civil side of it, it's the backdrop to this. Doesn't come into play, really.
No, it's
not just there as... No, it has no consequence to the story of these characters we know.
It's just to make the audience go, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Or older people go, oh, I remember that.
Yeah. Like whereas Dunkirk, something like that, actually, that was the event and it showed you, and all the things that happened were the consequences of what happened during the war. This isn't. So you've got James Macavoy as well as a spy an agent that she meets up with and is supposed to try and help find this list that's gone missing. You've also got Sophia, I'm going to say the name wrong, Bootleg.
Adele
Dazeem. She plays another spy, a French spy. And she's been getting a bad rap recently. Obviously, she was in The Mummy as the Mummy. And apparently she was alright in that because she just fucking screams a lot. In this, she was quite good.
She was fine.
Even though
the character...
the dimple chin. But anyway,
it looks like it's made out of Play-Doh and you just kind of got poked a little bit.
mash it.
No, but the thing is, her character's, it's kind of... You don't really realise how it comes into play.
No. She's supposed to be like a sympathetic character, which I actually believed her more than most people in this film.
She pulled off great.
So the story, we can't really say much more because it's nonsensical. But really, if you're going into this film from the trailer, if that's what enticed you to see this, you're in it for the action scenes.
Yeah.
Of which there's maybe 4 or 5.
But they're really good.
They're very good. They're not the most original fight scenes I've ever seen.
My favourite one is the one from the original trailer. The
stairwell one. Yeah, that. If you've seen Daredevil, you've seen this fight. If you haven't seen Daredevil,
it's still worth seeing.
Yeah, because it's brutal. And it's one of those scenes where they take out all the music, and for the one, it's kind of weird because this film over glamorizes the songs it uses. It uses it almost like if they don't know what to put in for dialogue, they'll just put in a musical cue. But it does it better than Suicide Squad fucking did. This isn't like a compilation.
No, they
yeah,
fit the time at least.
Yeah. And the action scenes and the sound effects really do work fucking well. Like, she hits someone with her heel at one point.
It feels very
visceral. Yeah, it's bad. And she gets the shit beaten out of her. So it's always...
There's one scene where it's just like one shot. That's all it is. Well, not one shot, rather. There's no cuts.
Yeah, just one take. I mean, unless they mask it out or something.
I'm sure they do, but it's not noticeable.
No.
And it goes on for ages. And you really feel her being worn down.
Yeah, it's...
Both sides.
And that's fantastic. Like, that's where this film shines, but there's so much bogged down in these cliches, and it feels like it's smart, and it's not.
Even if you don't understand the plot, which it's kind of easy to not understand, you still understand what's going to happen. You know who's going to betray who. You know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and I was trying to think after seeing this that if you could watch this purely as just a visual spectacle and something to watch, even then it doesn't get by with flying colours, to be honest. Because you've got you've got some great little action set pieces, but then it keeps going back to all the same shots over and over again, and there's a monotony to it that keeps repeating itself, and it doesn't go anywhere. And okay, there's people that are complaining about this film from a feminist standpoint, and I can see why.
Oh, I haven't heard about this, so please go on.
No, it's just there's a few magazines and a few different places that are calling this film out for being sexist.
Because she's a lesbian?
Well, this is the thing.
She's not even
a clear lesbian. It comes across like she's doing it for the job. Apart from, there's an emotional tie to what happens. But this goes in. I had boner.
It's Game of Thrones level. Like,
it is.
But it's attractive. It's not
clip,
gross.
but sorry. But yeah,
like Game of Thrones sex scenes are gross. This is hot.
It's very hot. You've got it's sort of sweaty and like neon dripped.
Yeah,
it comes out of nowhere.
It feels completely unnecessary.
Yeah, and it goes on way too long. I'm all up for sex scenes in films, but when it's justified, and this wasn't.
Not just because it's somehow convenient to the plot, it has to fit in.
Yeah, and
it's just convenient for her.
Yeah. If you want to see two hot actresses go at it, this is the film for you. And it's a scene that lasts, 5-10 minutes, probably longer?
It's quite long, actually. Hey.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about that scene now.
It's a good scene.
Yeah. Apart from that, the action scenes are good. They're visceral. They're not quite John Wick levels of awesomeness, although the stairwell fight scene is pretty damn spectacular.
There is one nearer the start which is very good, where she's got a hose whipping it around.
Yeah.
That's very cool. But there's a song that goes over it. I don't know the name of the song, but it doesn't work.
It doesn't fit the tone at all.
Yeah. If it was pumped up, if it was playing Sweet Dreams, which isn't actually used in the film, that scene would work.
Yeah. I know, and that's okay. Coming to the end of this, it's a shame. This film is a shame. It looks fantastic as a package from the outside, but it's an empty shell. It's got nothing going for it aside from Charlize Theron is spectacular in this. Like in terms of performing.
Yeah.
Using it like physicality is unbelievable. But
John Goodman's in it.
John Goodman's in it. He's fine. He's good. Yeah. James McAvoy is good. He's a little bit over the top, but he's
very good actually because his character is over the top as well.
Yeah. And there are some set pieces that are quite good. There's an entire bit during a protest in Berlin, which is very high in tension, but again, it's dropped down and it's predictable as fuck. So yeah, what do you want to say about this film then? How would you sum this up? Because
I would sum it up with not expecting much if you want to watch it. It's enjoyable. I enjoyed watching it, but I don't really think it was very good. No.
I wouldn't say take it seriously. If you're going to watch it, don't try and take the plot too seriously. Just watch it for the visuals.
Don't really compare it to anything.
No, don't compare it to John Wick.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to work. This is a different film, and I can see what they're going for. Obviously, it was directed by, was it David Leitch?
Yeah,
one of the co-director of John Wick 1 and director of Deadpool 2. So we'll see how that turns out. But I don't think this is necessarily all his fault. It seems like the script writers didn't know really what to do. But yeah, Atomic Blonde.
Cool. There's a lot of cool scenes in it.
Yeah, a cool.
I like the
visual style, but
I like the opening scene in the ice tub.
Oh, that is hot.
It's not even that it's hot. It's just it looks very cool.
Yeah.
The way everything is blued out, but
again, this is shot gorgeously.
Yeah.
But that's the main thing.
It is actually kind of creative with the way it shoots some of the scenes, but some of them are very bland.
Yeah. So yeah, Atomic Blonde. Maybe I would probably wait until it comes out if you can rent it or watch it that way. Yeah, okay. It's just okay.
Yeah.
I'd probably, if I had to rate it, which we don't really want to do, we're going to find something else.
It's fine.
I'd give it like a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10.
You know, I'd give it the benefit of the doubt, say 6.5.
6.5.
7. Nah.
You have to be difficult. But anyway, yeah.
It's better than Spider-Man Homecoming.
Ooh.
A lot better.
Okay, next time on Nights in the Arcade, we're going to review Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
Because he hates it.